Okay, let's go ahead and get things underway. We're going to go ahead and go right directly to the overlay. Hey, everyone. Spidey Librarian here, and welcome to Show It. Tonight, we're going to be watching Enterprise, Star Trek Enterprise. It's going to be Season 2, Episode 23. It is an episode called Regeneration, and it apparently features the Borg. And I will definitely have some things to say about that before we get started. But anyways, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. And at a certain point, I'm going to start coming up with some changes to the show's format. Um, I like to do these reactions, but I think there might be a little bit more we could do during these streams. So it's just something I'm thinking about. We will talk more about it if and when you guys evince any interest. Either that or I'll just put it together myself and start doing it anyways. Sorry. Just really felt the need to blow my nose right there. Anyways, welcome. I hope you're having a good evening. We're going to get started here in just a few. Well, we're going to get started now, but we are getting underway as soon as possible. Again, Enterprise was never my favorite Star Trek series. It's it's okay. I'm told that I left before it got good. I was told that because I don't even think I've stuck around for all of season two. I think I saw all of season one and part of season two, and then I left. And apparently, it's starting in season three. It got good. So, but yeah, I've never been the biggest fan of Enterprise. So hopefully, this will be a decently entertaining episode. We'll find out really soon. So, let me see. As a part of getting started, I'm just going to go ahead and switch things around, mute the desktop audio, get out the old headphones, and then let me just go ahead and run the first couple of seconds of the feature. Hopefully, you won't hear it. If you do, I know that someone is here. Let me know if you hear anything. If not, let me know. I just like to know things are okay. I just started the feature and we're already getting sound feed already getting sound from it. So apparently this takes place, or at least this scene takes place in the Arctic Circle. Okay, and that's about 20 seconds of footage right there. All right, whatever's going on, they're getting right into it. That setup reminds me of The Thing, which is a movie that I'm not sure I've seen all of it. We may need to watch that one at some point for Film First Friday. So, anyways, hopefully you didn't hear anything. Let me know if you did. Otherwise, I will assume that things are okay. Hold on, my phone is beeping at me. Let's see. All right. Okay, yeah, my phone is yelling at me. That's fine. All right. So, yeah, I think we're ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get us started in just a second here. Before we do get started, just to let anyone who is new here know, if you are here looking for audio or video from the feature in question, I'm afraid that's not going to happen here. This live stream is essentially a kind of a watch party slash reaction video. And so you have the opportunity to watch it along with me if you have access to it. That's why I have the timer here, and it'll give you a good idea of where I am. I will also eventually be making reaction content off of this footage, but in this case, what you see is what you get, which is a camera pointed at me reacting to what I watch. So, in the spirit of making reaction content, there will be an introduction, there will be the viewing. There will be what I call the postmortem, where we review and react to what we've watched, and then there will be an outro, and then we'll be done. So, but in the meantime, if you want to watch along, you are welcome to. What else? Wow, my brain just does not want to work this evening. For what it's worth, I took a nap before this, and so I might be suffering from a bit of groggy brain. Takes me a while to wake up, apparently. All right. Let's see. I think that's everything though. So we're going to go ahead and get started in just a moment here. Let's see. Season 2, episode 23. Episode name is Regeneration. I'm pretty sure that is correct on all the metadata. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. First of all, any of you that are here, have you seen this episode? Do you like this episode? Um, this is an episode like every Star Trek show it stream I'm doing this month are episodes of shows that I have never watched. So I've never seen this one. Let me know what your opinions on it are because it's the Borg, and I'll definitely have some things to say about Enterprise and the Borg and all of that stuff when I do the intro here. So, speaking of, I think we're ready to go. I'm gonna eat a grape or two first. Okay. So let's see. All right. I've just woken up, and all of you lot are being really silent. That's okay. This one I don't expect to be the most well-attended stream, which is fine. But regardless, we should go ahead and get started with the intro, and we're going to do that right now. Hey everyone, Spidey Librarian here, and welcome to Show It, the live streaming show where I show an episode of a show on my YouTube channel and react to it. Tonight's feature is going to be Star Trek Enterprise. It's going to be it's season 2, episode 23. It's entitled Regeneration. Please remember that as Show It is a watch party and reaction show, this will serve as a watch party and reaction to Star Trek episode, no, to Star Trek Enterprise episode, oh my God, to Star Trek Enterprise season 3. Wow, this is like the fifth take. To Star Trek Enterprise season 2, episode 23, Regeneration. Okay, so Enterprise has never been my favorite Star Trek show. It came out in, I think, 2000, 2001. And I think shortly after it came out was when 9/11 happened. And when that happened, that influenced the entire direction of the show. I always had a little bit of an issue with the concept of Enterprise in the first place. It is a show that takes place, before, like 100 years before, like the original series era of Star Trek. And I just don't like that it was like, oh yeah, this is the first Enterprise, and Captain Archer is the first Enterprise captain, and I was just like, it felt like it was being shoehorned in, and I felt like it wasn't deserved. I felt like there was a bit of an arrogance going into the premise of the show. And so I watched it for a little bit and I just kind of lost interest. I think I maybe watched the first season and like part of the second season, and then I was just like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. And I just kind of let it go. But with that said, I'm told that it actually got pretty good. It definitely got a lot better starting in season 3. And that's not just my mom that's told me this. I mean, I did a little bit of looking online, and the general consensus seems to be that while, everyone's got their own opinions about which is good and when it was good, sorry, which show is good and then when it was good, the general consensus seems to be that starting around the end of season 2, the beginning of season 3, is when Enterprise really kind of elevated its game. And so this episode is not quite from that era. And I'll be honest, I was a little bit hesitant to watch this one because it was yet another example of my issue with the show. It's like, haha, they didn't encounter the Borg for the first time. We encountered the Borg for the first time. And so I'll be really interested to watch this episode and just see what does that mean? Like, okay, if they encountered the Borg first, then why is there no record of the Borg but when Captain Picard encounters them? And I'm sure there's some kind of explanation, but it was just kind of like, well, it's an episode with the Borg that I've never seen. Let's check it out. So I mean, I'm excited if for no other reason than to watch it, just to see more of the Borg and what is going on. And I kind of want to see like what the connection is to them. Were they left over from like Star Trek First Contact or something? Or I don't know. Again, I'm interested. I don't know how excited I am, but I'm definitely interested to see this episode. And we're going to do that in just a moment. If you enjoy these reactions, please go ahead and thwip the like button. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, consider sharing this out to your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. Uh, oh boy. Yeah. Whether you like or dislike this episode, let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this show. And finally, you can find the full and unedited live stream of this reaction on my YouTube channel. Um, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. No, there isn't a master playlist. Here we go. Excuse me. Excuse me. Each show has its own playlist under the category Watch Party. I will also be creating a special playlist for Star Trek shows that this stream will be a part of as well. Whichever playlist you go looking for, please be sure to look for them on my YouTube channel under the category Watch Party. Okay, and now we're ready to go. So, oh my goodness. Okay. All right. I know your tricks, you saucy little minx. Okay. All right. Okay, so what's going to happen? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to first elevate this a little bit, and I'm going to put a couple of seconds on the timer here. All right. Okay, so for anyone who needs to know, when I throw out the thwip, then I'm going to about a second later hit play on the feature, and then about a second after that, I will hit go on the timer. Okay? All right. So the timer should give you a pretty good idea of where I am, but that's why I put a couple of extra seconds on it so that I have a buffer in place to do it. Okay? Okay. All right. You guys ready? Here we go. All right, everyone. Enterprise, Season 2, Episode 23, Regeneration. Here we go. Okay, and it is just starting off immediately, going right to the Arctic Circle. I'm pretty sure this was filmed several years after Star Trek First Contact was made. So I wonder if these Borg are from like that. That would explain how they could be here on Earth. Okay, you found some wreckage. The sphere. Is it the wreckage of the sphere? I bet it's. I'm just guessing, but that's my guess at this point. Okay, what have we got? What do we got? Oh yeah. Like, to anyone who's watched a Borg episode, you'll know what that is. Oh God. Oh God, this this show song. I can't believe they did this. I again, I had lots of issues with Enterprise when it first came out. I will touch the sky. Uh, I really just did not care for the pop song intro. Hey, CG, how you doing? Enterprise is the Star Trek show that I know the least about. I don't even know who the captain is or if the show's captain is a popular character or not. He's fairly popular. The actor who plays him, Scott Bakula, people love him. And yeah, there's definitely like with a lot of Star Trek shows, a lot of people aren't crazy about the show, but there's definitely like a subset, a subculture that absolutely love it. So, all right, and we're back into it. Okay, so they've encountered alien life form at this point, right? I have a feeling that scotch is not gonna get consumed. So whatever this craft was, it crashed and got buried. That's easy to believe, right? Oh God, this one's not encased in ice. Oh God, I'm sorry, this would freak me out. It's like, oh hey, there's a dude here. Let's just, oh yeah. Do you have three arms? Okay, yeah, they're just getting right into this. Be like, okay, let's have a look at him. Oh man. Okay, that would make them. Oh God, yeah, no, I think that would make them the Borg from First Contact. Because I think Enterprise does take place about 100 years uh, after humans and Vulcans made first contact. Jesus, these guys are going to come to life, and they are just. You probably don't want to get too close to it. Oh God. Knowing who the Borg are makes this a little bit more tense. Like right now, this is being played fairly, you know, clinically. Yes. Yes. Cold storage. Yes. Oh, no. Bad idea. Bad idea. Oh, God. Yeah, yeah, I'm just like, come on, man. They're healing. Don't you should be cautious here. Okay, she makes a good point. Yeah. This is the Borg sphere that was shot down by the Enterprise. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Is that is that a rifle? Is that a phaser rifle? Is that a rifle that shoots bullets? I don't know. Oh, buddy, come on. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Nope. I would have gotten a oh, that guy's dead, isn't he? Cybernetic aliens and digging through the remnants of a ship in the middle of the night. Yeah. Oh. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Don't move. Don't. Oh God. Oh God. Are you okay? Is that what he's gonna say? Okay, so this episode is a horror episode. I mean, when the Borg are involved, it can always become a horror story. Oh man. This is about as bad as you could hope for. Oh crap. Wow. Wow. Oh, Admiral Armstrong, right? And just like that, they're there in a jiffy. So far, we haven't seen Captain Archer in the crew because this is an Earthbound episode. Are we gonna see them? And they're just like, what the hell? And I would be too. Here we go. We're on the Enterprise. Okay. It's a good point. Wait, what? So they left? Oh my God. So they abducted the scientists and they just remodified their craft and just they've headed into space. God dang. Why did he say handsome devil? Whatever. I'm enjoying this episode so far. Oh, how would you determine that from a photo? Hmm? I definitely, again, have my issues with this show, but I like Dr. Phlox. Subterfuge. That's how they overpowered them. Either that or they got lucky. Tarkalian freighter? Okay, time to go. Go, go. All right, do it. Wow. We're not interested in you, just your technology. What kind of weapons do they have from that thing? Arctic transport. All right. Aim for their guns. Or cannons, or whatever you want to call them. Oh, they can't just beam over, can they? Yep. Ooh, a virus. No, no, no. They are. They are. Archer's like, I'm a bit more suspicious. Oh man, I feel sorry for that guard. That poor dude is likely not going to make it out of the episode. Oh boy. Yep. Okay, these are the Borg from First Contact. Okay. Okay, why did he talk about this? Yeah. I think he would have had to have been drunk to talk about this. Yeah. He didn't encounter them directly, though. Mm. I kind of want to know the that story. Let's see what happens. Yep. Had a feeling that was going to happen. The hell? Oh God. Oh my God. They doused Phlox. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, how are they going to get out of this one? Okay, he's at least not like he's not succumbing as quickly as others did, maybe due to his anatomy, physiology. Yeah. God, what species is Phlox? Denobulan. There we go. Okay, so that guy survived, but he still got thrown around pretty roundly. Okay, but how much are they influencing him at this point? Man, these are the humans that were recently turned, right? Man, those Borg nanites are taking them over. And I'm sorry, they don't move like Borg. Chances are you're probably going to have to. Okay. Wow. Well, fingers crossed. Yeah, this is going to be a fight unlike any you've ever had, Malcolm Reed. All right, we're sailing through the Jeffries tubes. Okay, they're starting to overtake the Oh God. That's some fast work they're doing. Screens behind the pan. Whoa. Okay, all right, there are nanites in the tubules. Okay. Damn Borg adaptivity. What? Smack her in the face with the butt of your pistol or something. I'm sorry. They don't move like that. Borg do not move like that. Oh, dang. Malcolm went Worf on that guy. You don't want them doing it. Okay. Get out of here, guys. I don't know. I don't know if I'd take us out of warp at this point. No, I totally would. Blow the hatch. You got sucked out into space, suckers. I'm sorry, but that was funny. That was really funny. Oh, they're probably fine for at least a little while. Of course, if they're just going to leave them out in space, then yeah, they're going to die. Ooh, man. Come on. The gallows humor. Oh, Hoshi's very sweet, and I like her. and he doesn't want you to pay if he does. I like the way those two look out for each other, you know? She's doing everything she can to stick around him, keep an eye on him. Holographic bullets. Oh god. I'm gonna go test a theory. Their methods of eating are just weird to me. It's a good point. Interesting. You should answer him quicker, Captain. Not yet, but the option remains on the table. Uh-oh. Yeah, his resistance is impressive. Hmm. Okay. Oh boy. I don't like this. What is it? And Archer, you need to get real here. Is that an actual? Oh, okay. And we're gonna go in with our rifles firing, literally. Oh, man. Don't fly her apart. Okay. Time for a space fight. Oh boy. Phlox. Okay, those should have been isolated from the rest of the ship as soon as possible. That's it. That's all they got to say. That's all they ever say. You will be assimilated. Uh-huh. No no we are the Borg. Okay, so keep a lock on them, I guess. On the one hand, I like that Phlox is resistant to the nanoprobes. On the other, it is like creepy and kind of horrifying to watch him lose, gradually lose his individuality. Oh man, keep him in. Oh, this is not going to be fun. So they're going to transport onto their ship. Okay, that's a ballsy move, but I don't know that I would have done that. Oh, man, what if they lose transporters while they're over there? They're going to get like maybe one or two shots, and then these guys will adapt. They'll adapt. Oh, it's you. Good night. Is it the Tarkalians? Oh, time to go. Time to go, like, fast. Teleport them out into space. Okay. All right. Nice mods, Malcolm. Okay, when they have adapted, you go hand to hand. You get a really big stick and you smack them in the face with it, or a batleth. Oh no 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 no! Are you serious, Archer? Oh, okay. That was okay. That was a good move and kind of hilarious. Like we're just gonna start ripping plug or ripping cables off of you. Of course, they are holding out a long time. You guys are lucky they have not adapted yet. Are those explosive charges? Okay, now please let it blow up. No, 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 let it blow up right now. Blow the charges or whatever they are. Okay, that was kind of funny. Oh god, and they're on the Enterprise. What? What happened? Yep. Oh. Oh. That ship came apart fast. Admiral Forrest, okay. The actor's name is Vaughn Armstrong. That's okay. Yeah. Whew, man. I would imagine so. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Is there a significance to the numerical sequence? Here we go. Did they? Oh, and that's it. Episode's over. Okay. And then we've got about little over a minute of credits here. Okay. All right. Um I mean I'll have a lot more to say during the post-mortem, but while this episode was entertaining in places, I definitely have a lot of the reservations that I had with the show still apply to this episode. So, like they are so at this point they are so interested in being clever and finding ways to connect to, the larger Star Trek universe that they just I don't know, they don't think about how it looks. I'm, you know, whatever. All right. So we are done here. Let me go ahead and hit pause on the timer. There we go. I'll hit the reset button and I'm going to get rid of the window for the feature. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and close this out. Okay. So let's take this off and we'll start talking about this episode. Okay. So overall, I mean, I'm glad I watched this episode, but I definitely had some reservations about it. Um, I have this feeling that if I had watched this back in what 2002 or 2003, whenever this episode had first premiered, I probably would have had similar criticisms to the one that I have right now. I mentioned earlier that one of my big issues was with Enterprise. Sorry, I mentioned earlier that one of my issues with Enterprise is that it kind of smacks of this whole arrogance of like, no, I'm the first to do everything, and I think a lot of that still applies here. No, we were the first to encounter the Borg. Oh, they won't be seen until the 24th century. Ha ha ha. It's like, give me a break, guys. Like, Star Trek fans by this point will have known who the Borg are and everything. And so we don't need these very clever connections that you're making. Um, I did think that Malcolm Reed's suggestion was pretty cool about modifying the weapons, but that was also applied very inconsistently. Like Reed and Archer had like, I don't know, 10, a dozen shots apiece before their modifications gave out. Whereas like back on the Enterprise, those same guns lost out after like one or two shots. And so it was just kind of like it smacked of main character syndrome, which is again an issue that I feel that this show has. It's so it's so caught up in trying to make its connections to other Trek media, and it's also trying to establish itself as I'm the first, I'm the best, I'm the most dominant. That it shows, and it just kind of makes you go, you're really not that great, dude. So yeah, I don't know. I think that with all that said, though, I did like a few things about this episode. I did like that it played it played like a pretty good horror movie at the start there with the researchers and everything and them trying to contact Starfleet and all of that stuff. I just wish they had been a bit better at sustaining that for the rest of the episode. Um I also liked Phlox's resistance to the nanites. Now, really, if I mean, I was surprised at it. And again, you could make the argument that that's another one of Enterprise's attempts to make itself, you know, more superior to the other shows or something. If we have a Denobulan here who's physiology is, able to, fend off the nanites. Um, but I like that it gave us an opportunity to see Phlox like slowly succumbing to the probes, but even as he tries to resist, like to treat himself and to make it so that he can, stop himself from transforming into a Borg. I I don't know. I thought that was a cool process, and I really wish, or I not wish. I guess I kind of hope that we'd get to see something like that from individuals, who encountered the Borg in the future. I definitely would have liked to. I definitely would like to read a short story or see a short video about Phlox as he's actively trying to combat the nanite infection that, the Borg gave him. But it looks like he's fine, and none of them survived. Otherwise, I'm sure we would have heard about it again. So, I did like the connection to Star Trek First Contact. They were basically trying to tell you, they were trying to yell it at you with a bullhorn that this these Borg are from that movie. And like that's plausible actually. Like Captain Picard did shoot down the Borg sphere as it was firing on Earth. And yeah, parts of it crash landed and maybe the Enterprise didn't catch that or catch all of them or anything. Um so I liked that connection and I thought that worked out pretty well. Excuse me. And I thought that worked out pretty well. But again, this show is still suffering from its syndrome of wanting to be first and best in Star Trek. And I do think that, you know, like again, I'm told that starting in season 3, the show got a lot better. And I'm hoping that part of the reason why is that it kind of just dropped that pretense and just was like, let's just exist within Star Trek and see what happens. And if they did, I'm sure they told some great stories. I just haven't seen them yet. So, um, not that this wasn't fun and that this wasn't good. It's just that I can see a lot of the initial issues that I had with Enterprise portrayed pretty explicitly in this episode, at least in places. So, anyways, excuse me. Ugh. Something is attempting to overtake my vocal cords. Maybe it's Borg nanites. All right. So, yeah. Um, this was a fun episode to watch. I did enjoy it, at least parts of it. And hopefully you did as well. Thank you for watching this reaction. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and thwip the like button. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, excuse me, consider sharing this out to your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. What'd you think of this episode? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this show. You can find the full and unedited live stream of this reaction on my YouTube channel. Oh God. Each show has its own playlist under the category Watch Parties, and I will be creating a special Star Trek shows playlist that will also contain this stream. Whichever of those playlists you go looking for, be sure to look for them under the category Watch Party. All right, and and finally, channel memberships are now live on the Spidey Librarian YouTube channel. Check out the membership tiers and see which benefits you'd like access to. Perks include shoutouts, members-only videos, members-only live streams, and, excuse me, and early access to selected uploaded content, as well as a few other benefits. And that's not even mentioning my custom emotes and badges, which I think look pretty good. Check out the membership tiers and yes, hold on. Check out the membership tiers today and see which perks you'd like access to. And I think that's everything. So thanks again for watching. This is Spidey Librarian, and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. All right, let me see. CG, what have you had to say here? All right. CG says that at least he knows who the Borg are. Yeah, that definitely helps with this episode. I hope that they're done well in the show. I mean, they're done fairly accurately. I think that the Borg in this show are done pretty well. Maybe one or two minor quibbles, but for the most part, they nailed them. All right, CG thinks that Enterprise is the fifth live action Star Trek series. Doesn't hear it talked about nearly as much as the shows before it, so he doesn't know how well liked the show was. Again, uh, you know, there a lot of people had issues with it, and a lot of people were like, "No, this is the greatest thing ever." Um, I, Again, I hear that after season three, it's actually really good. So, although apparently the finale was terrible, I have like that finale apparently lives on in infamy. Nobody likes it. So, all right. CG knows the Borg from the Next Generation, but he had heard that they appeared in other stuff later on. Aside from maybe Q, they seem to be the most popular villains from the Next Generation. I would argue that the Borg are more popular than Q. Um, like I would say Borg are number one and Q is number two, and that they're both really popular, but that the Borg kind of are like they are up there distinctively, you know. All right, for a while, CG didn't know that Enterprise existed, or didn't think he knew that Enterprise existed. He felt surprised that it existed because he had heard of other shows talked about years before he got into Star Trek. I mean, you're gonna have people talking about their favorites, but I would say that, you know, when people talk about Star Trek in general, you're usually gonna go with the original series, the Next Generation, and possibly like DS9 or Voyager. In terms of the newer stuff, well, hell, I don't even know because I'm watching all of it. So, I did enjoy the episode. It had its issues, but I enjoyed it. There's a lot of Star Trek stuff that he hasn't seen, so CG doesn't know if he'll get into Enterprise anytime soon. However, he hopes to eventually give it a chance. Um, I can think of maybe one episode that I would recommend, but I haven't seen enough of Enterprise. I haven't seen enough like good episodes of Enterprise to really recommend where to get started. I wish I could, but I can't. So, but I will say that you know, like there's an episode called Twilight that's pretty good. It feels to me like an episode of it reminds me a lot of the Next Generation episode called Yesterday's Enterprise. And I would recommend you watch Yesterday's Enterprise and then maybe follow it up with Twilight from Enterprise. And hopefully you'll see like the similarities between the two episodes thematically. So, all right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here, though. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. CG, again, thank you for being here. I appreciate your commentary while we watch these. Um, we've got one more episode of Star Trek this month. I'll be watching an episode of Star Trek Voyager. It's called Message in a Bottle. And I know what happens in that episode, but I don't think I've seen it. So we're going to watch it. It is the episode where I believe Voyager, like the premise of Voyager is that they are stranded in the Delta Quadrant with no way home other than just trying to use warp drive. And at warp, it'll take them like 75 years to get home. So essentially, um, in Message in a Bottle, that's the episode where Voyager actually manages to establish contact with Starfleet at like they managed to call home. And it's kind of one of those episodes that I'm just like, how have I not seen this episode? So I'm really looking forward to seeing that one because I would imagine that's a fairly emotional episode. So I'm looking forward to that one. Voyager is kind of like Enterprise, not my favorite Star Trek, but like I can at least say for Voyager that occasionally, like, there's a lot of episodes that I'm like, I'm not crazy about this. And then, like, occasionally, like, about maybe once or a season or once every other season or maybe a little bit more, I don't know. They'll do an episode that will knock it out of the park. They'll do an episode that will emotionally annihilate you. And I feel like Message in a Bottle will be one of those episodes. I'll be watching that one on Tuesday, September 30th, since that'll be the last day of the month. And I figured Star Trek Voyager would be a good way to kind of end out the Star Trek themed month of September for my channel. So be sure to be here for that day. Again, we're going to be watching Star Trek Voyager, the episode titled Message in a Bottle, which I think that's like a season 6 episode. So, and again, I don't think I've seen it. Like, I suppose it's possible that I've seen it, but I don't think I have. Like, I've definitely seen clips from it, but whatever. So, anyways, um, yeah. Aside from that, we're almost done with Star Trek month. I think First Contact was the final movie of this month that I watched, but I mean, watched like 5 Star Trek movies, 6 if you count Trekkies too. Um, and then we've watched a bunch of show episodes. So be sure to check those out. I am still working on my Star Trek list video. If I can get some recording done this weekend, then I'll go ahead and put that one up. So, but in the meantime, I think I've got to go. Thank you guys for hanging out with me during this live stream. I appreciate it very much. Take care. This is Spidey Librarian, and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Bye.